UNC is now 35-2 all time in NCAA tournament games played in the state of North Carolina. And that includes 13-1 in the city of Charlotte. So remember, just as we've reminded our viewers and listeners that all 6 of Carolina's NCAA titles have come when they were either a number 1 seed 5 different times, or way back in 1957, they hadn't started seeding the field yet. But that Carolina team, of course, was undefeated and would have been a number 1 seed. Not only do you have a lesser path to success in the NCAA tournament when you earn that number 1 seed, as the Heels did with an amazing regular season, first place finish in the ACC, regular season title, as many call that, but the first 17-3 regular season in the ACC's history since they went to that 20-game conference schedule. So it's not only getting a 16 seed Wagner that's more beatable than 15s and 14s and 13s. It's in the modern format getting to play closer to home. And 35-2 is a pretty impressive number dating to the Wayback Machine. The Heels mostly did what they're supposed to do. They defended well, holding Wagner under 40% from the field. They dominated the boards, 43-24. They limited their turnovers, which had been an issue at times lately. Only 9 for the game against Wagner after a shaky start. As you said, they dominated the scoring down low, Baycott and otherwise. 48 points in the paint for the Tar Heels to only 20 for Wagner, and they got that partisan crowd into it. There was a lot of Carolina blue in the stands at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, as there was up in Washington, D.C. at the ACC tournament. But collectively, the Heels did all those things. Baycott, 20 points, 15 rebounds. Very efficient from the field and from the line. He actually is now the number 2 all-time scorer at UNC, passing Phil Ford in that Wagner game. He's behind only Tyler Hansbrough, who oddly enough was on the call next to Jones Angell for the Tar Heel Sports Network in that matchup against Wagner. He also tied, this is a crazy fun fact, Armando Baycott tied Houston Cougars legend Hakeem Olajuwon and Wake Forest legend Tim Duncan with his 7th straight NCAA tournament double-double. Shows how long Armando's been around. RJ Davis was that ACC Player of the Year caliber player, 22 points, also very efficient, 8 for 13 from the field, 4 for 7 on three-pointers. Jalen Withers of Charlotte, North Carolina, in front of the home crowd, maybe the best game of his entire career. 22 minutes off the bench, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 4 seasons at Louisville. I'm not sure he had a better game, certainly not a more important game than what he had for the Tar Heels. He actually had 15-10 against his old school Louisville at the Smith Center back in January. But that was as good as it gets from Jalen Withers off the bench. And whereas Cormac Ryan and Harrison Ingram were not great offensively, they played intense defense the whole time, and they were good offensively.